Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So we have back to our multiple looks with a certain palette, or whatever you want to call them. And this time we're doing 4 looks with one palette. That palette is the MMMMitchell palette by Beauty Bay. This is a glorious palette. I love it so much. Spoiler alert, I love it. I can't speak highly enough about this. This is €36 for this many colours in this size of pan, and it's amazing. Let me just show you the inside. So on one side here you have got all your warm yellows. This is a gorgeous yellow here. Mustard, which I said I didn't have a mustard before, but now I do. Your reds, beautiful reds, the most vibrant pinks and shimmer pink ever. You've also got a duochrome red pink there, the white one. I can't actually get a grip on it. This one here, Muffin, is like a pink red duochrome. You will see them in the swatches. And this side is your cooler side. So this has got your purples, your blues, your greens, your teals, some more grungy colours up top here, which I love, and you'll see the look that I use with that. This white one here is a green duochrome, and the other one here, marine, is like a blue lilac sort of duochrome. It's a bit more chunky. I have dinged it, and you'll see that at the beginning of this video, which is great. You've got a lovely mix of textures as well. Some of the shimmers are foiled. One of them is flaky, the marine shade, the duochrome, and just general shimmers. The mattes are gorgeous. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on one side, and then 4 mattes on the other side. And then on this side you have got the same. So you've got 12 mattes and 4 shimmers. So there's a nice little mix between both sides. You can mix and match, play around with it. You'll see as I use it in the video, because I tried to do a big variety of looks with this palette. Yeah, let's get on with the swatches, I think. One thing I forgot to mention as well, the mirror in the middle is huge and it's detachable, which I love. I love the fact that I can take this out and I can just use this as a mirror, and it's quite big as well, which I like. And it just magnets itself back in there, and that's it. And I don't even have to bring a palette away with me, or a mirror away with me. Yeah, it's not the kind of palette that has everything in it, even though I said it kind of is for me. It's something I could bring away with me and get loads of use out of, and get a lot of looks, different variety of looks. But say there's no matte white, there's no beigey kind of, there's a cream kind of colour, but it's not no like beige that's light enough for my skin. I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me at all in the slightest. I want the palette to be the palette itself and make me want to use it, and that's what this is, and that's, oh, I love it, I love it. Now let's get on to these swatches. So the way I'm going to do it is on my arm, like I normally do, and I'm going to do the warmer side first. I'm probably going to do 8 at a time. It might take me a while to get through these swatches. It's definitely longer than normal because there is 32 shades, so we have to get through all those. And then I'm going to same on the other side. So I'm going to get myself a wipe and let me roll down my sleeve so we can get into this. Look at the things I do for you. I'm going to stain now, which is great, even though I'm already stained, but that's fine. Colour just loves my skin. Look at it, it's not coming off. Yes, the colours may stain. Could also just be my skin, because everything stains my skin. I'm just hoping this blush comes off my face okay. Hoping that because I've got makeup on underneath it, it might be like a bit of a barrier. But hey ho, it might give me a bit of colour on my face. Alrighty guys, so that is all 32 swatches of the MMMMitchell. As I've said before, I can't say MMMMitchell. I feel like I'm like gonna start choking if I do, so I have to say MMMMitchell because it gives me more time to get Mitchell out. So that's the MMMMitchell. Oh, I did it. Palette from Beauty Bay, which I now love, and it's definitely now a staple in my makeup life. I love this so much. You will see it coming up in a haul that I'm going to film probably tomorrow. And I have a lot of makeup to show you guys, so this is not the only bit that I bought. But yeah, before I start rambling, let's get on to the first look, which is this look. Hello, so this is the first non-Halloween video I've done in a month, maybe? Yeah, give or take a month. Obviously I've worn makeup anyway, but I haven't actually filmed a look that wasn't a Halloween makeup in about a month. So yeah, this is fun. I'm actually quite excited about it. We are going to do 5 looks. 4 looks, but one of them is a 2-tone eye, so technically it's 5, but it's 4 looks with the one palette, and that one palette is going to be the MMMMitchell palette. I can never say that, so I have to say it multiple times. From Beauty Bay. I waited so long for this palette. This is literally like it. I didn't want it, then I really wanted it, then I ordered stuff on Beauty Bay when it was sold out, waited for it to come back in stock, and then I really wanted it, so then I got it, and it's amazing. I love this palette so much. But you will see why, and as I use it, we're going to do a few different looks with it. Before I start, I've already got some foundation on. This is a new foundation for me. You'll see it in a haul that's coming up soon. It's a Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Soft Ivory. Have that on. First time using it, we'll see how it goes. It goes on a bit weird, but then it actually sets quite nice. So we'll see how that goes. On my brows, I've got my little Catrice eyebrow set. I use the lighter cool tone shade. Use the darker one for any bald spots, but I mostly use the lighter shade. And then for my eyeshadow primer, I use my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which I'm probably going to use for all of these, unless I forget. But more than likely going to use that for all of them, just so that I can have a constant with all of these colours. So this is our palette, which you would have seen at the beginning. On one side, you've got your warmer, beautiful tones. I haven't used everything in this palette yet, but I have used a good few shades already. And you've got your cooler tones, mostly cooler anyway. High phone. And oh no, matter dinging one. That sucks. Great. The mirror pulls out, which I found actually so handy because I just use this then when I'm using the palette. Did use the mirror to ding one of my shadows, but that's fine. They're quite big pans as well, which I quite like. So today we're going to do kind of like a golden green sort of look. A little bit olivey, mostly green and gold though. That's what I'm thinking. So let's get on with this look. The first shade we are going to take, let me just move my mirror out of the way. The first shade we're going to take is Mixer. This one here, this kind of orangey, yeah, mostly orange, a little bit of yellow in it. Yeah, we're going to take that. I'm going to use also some new brushes that I got. I got these free. Not pure. I don't get pure. These are the BH Cosmetics Lavender Lux set, and this is the number 5 in that set. You'll also see these in that haul video that I'm going to film. But we're going to start off this look with this in the crease, and we're just going to pop that just on the outer corner. And you will have seen in the swatches and everything how pigmented these are, and they're so nice. I find this palette so handy for like just bring with me, because I know I've got pretty much everything I need thereabouts. Obviously I'm not one for palettes that have like everything in the one palette, because everyone has different preferences and I change my makeup so much that it doesn't really matter. So but yeah, we're just gonna pop that all into the crease, make sure it's super soft and super blended. I'm going to try and keep these looks quite short because we do have 4 to get through. So hopefully it won't take too long, but it might. It could be a very, very long video. I do apologise in advance. So something like that. Okay, so next up in the palette, we are going to go in with the shade Meh, which is this like kind of a golden brown. It's a matte shade. There's no shimmer in it, but it does have a golden undertone, like a tan sort of tone. And we're going to use this on, this is a number 7 in the Lavender Look set from BH Cosmetics. I'm just going to deepen my outer corner with this. Just in the outer corner, I'm bringing it into the crease a little bit. Okay, so next we're going to work on our lid. On the lid, I'm going to use this beautiful gold up here. It's called Melted. It's just like pure liquid gold. Yeah, and it's fabulous. And I have worn this already once, and I love it. It's actually so nice. So from a brush, I'm going to take this little flat brush. This is a number 9 from the Lavender Look set from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again, but I do really like these brushes. They're actually so nice, and I'll explain more about them in my haul that's coming up, so you can check that out soon. I'm just pressing this on the lid. The shimmers in this, well, most of them bar one is quite a chunky sort of shimmer. It's a duochrome. I think I use it in one of the later videos, or else you'll see it in the swatches anyway, if I don't. But most of them are quite foiled, which is lovely. They go on so nice. You can use your fingers to intensify them more, or a synthetic brush like I'm using. Look at that, it's so pretty. Okay, so is that not the most glorious gold you've ever seen in your entire life? Because it is for me. I love it. Oh my god. So now we're going to go into this mustard shade. I remember in a few videos ago I said I don't own a mustard shade. I'm pretty sure it was my olive green look that I did. Well, now I do. Look at this. He's beautiful. Look at him. He's so handsome. This one is Macaroni, and we're going to go onto our lower lash line with this one. What I do find is, because it is a little bit bigger, now it's fine when I'm using it like myself, I just lay it out and I just use as I need to. When I'm showing it in videos, it's kind of hard because it's quite big and I have to fold it back to get it in frame. And then I almost get it all over myself. But that's just me complaining about nothing, really. So we're going to take the Macaroni shade. This is a number 8 brush from the Lavender Look set, and we're just going to work this underneath the eye. This is like a flatter kind of fluffy brush, almost like a MAC 217. Another thing I do notice about these is you get a bit of kick up from them as you put your brush on them, so don't go ham, especially with the shimmers. You will like I've almost taken chunks out of some of the shimmers in them, because I got a bit too happy with it. Just gonna buff that nice and thickly, very blown out along the lower lash line. Just to start with that like green, but because there's a bit of brown in it, it will blend in to the browns on top as well, because we're going to connect it right there. Okay, so now that we have a bit of a pooey green going on, which is great, let me get another little brush. And the next shade we're going to take is actually a brighter green, which is glorious. We all know how I like my bright greens. The brightest green in the palette. This is called Shmoney, or $ money. It's $H money, but it's Shmoney. I'm assuming anyway. It's just me assuming. We're going to take this on a number 10 brush, and I'm just going to run that a little bit closer to my lashes. And then I'll use that mustardy shade to blend everything out. Then going back in with a little bit, I'm picking it up a little bit of the mustard shade. I'm just going to use the little mirror from this, which is great, to blend the edge of that into each other. And because that brown, that mustardy shade is mustardy, it's kind of like a green, brown, yellow sort of mixed together. They should blend out quite nice. Okay, and then to darken the lower lash line, we're going to use the shade Mardy, which is this beautiful deep green. It's not too teal, like there is a gorgeous bright teal in this as well, but that green would go with both the teal, the lime, and some of the browns actually as well would be quite nice, which is kind of what we're doing now, but it will go with both greens, so it leans either way. Because one is lime and one is more teal, so it does lean both ways. I'm going to go into a number 11 brush. It's like quite a wide but still nice and fine angle brush. And I'm just going to go into right into the roots of my lashes just to deepen it, because we still want it to be green and vibrant enough that you can see that it's green. We also want it to be a little bit smoky on the lower lash line. Plus this will match a liner that I want to use on my waterline. Well, I picked this first and then I picked the liner, but they do match quite well. Just get it as close as you can to your lashes. And then just take whatever's left on that little number 10 brush, the little lime green brush that we used, and just go over that a little bit just to green it up again. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the main colours in the eyes, bar my inner corner highlight, but I'm going to do that in a sec. I'm going to tidy up any fall down under my eyes, do my inner corner highlight, but I'm going to come back before I do that. So I'm going to tidy up under my eyes with some under eye concealer and get rid of any fall down, and then do my inner corner highlight when I come back on camera. That makes sense? Yes. I'm very babbly today, I don't know why, I don't know what's wrong with me. Excuse me. Alright, so we are all concealed, under eyes, blemishes, this, whatever this is happening down here. We'll take all our photos this side, yes. I'm going to do my inner corner highlight. So I'm going to show you here, which I'll probably already go through at the beginning of the video. You've got a couple of inner corner highlights in this palette, which I love. This one here, Minty, I'm going to use is a duochrome green, which will go with the greens in this and the tealy kind of colours. You've got this one here, what is this one? Marine, which reflects blue and sometimes purple depending on what you put with this. So it goes with all the purples and the blues. And then on this side here, your warmer side, you've got this one here, which is Muffin, and that reflects pink and red depending on what you put with it as well. Mostly pink, but it can hit red depending, you'll see when I use it. So yeah, but I'm going to use the shade Minty, the one that has a green duochrome, for the inner corner highlight. But I love that about this palette, that you can actually have your inner corner highlights all together. I'm going to go in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. It's not completely necessary, it's very pigmented as it is, but I do want to use a little bit of this in here just to really brighten that inner corner. Okay, so onto the shadow. So I'm going to use the number 6 brush, which is a very small little blending brush. It kind of reminds me of a 221 brush from MAC, the real skinny little one. And I'm going to take that shade Minty, that one right here. They all look kind of white, but it is a green duochrome. You'll see once it's on the skin. And you will have seen in the swatches as well. Just going to buff that on the inner corner. And I love with these to give them like 2 coats, just because the base coat will put the product down, but the second coat will give you that real strong duochrome. Okay, so now the eyes are pretty much done. So what I'm going to do now is do my liner on my upper lash line, my liner on my bottom waterline, my skin, the rest of my skin. I have a few fun little bits to show you as well, some new bits to show you, but I'm going to do it all and then come back and show you what I used on my face. Alrighty guys, so this is the look all done. I even put little ponytails in my hair, and I got my little curly bits because I curled my hair the other day. And no, I don't wash my hair every day because I just, 1, couldn't be bothered, and 2, it's actually better for your hair if you let it get a little bit oily and then have its natural oils. Plus it doesn't get greasy as quickly, and my hair does not get greasy that quickly. It's greasy a little bit now, but it's actually not too bad. And it's still kind of wavy from my curls, so I was like, screw it, I'm just going to put 2 ponytails in. Then I'm going to have a bath later because I've got a lot of Lush stuff that I need to go through. And I'm going to have a Lush bath and I can't wait. By the way, I am filming a second video after this, which is my Lush Christmas haul. That's a lot of stuff. So I have 2 hauls coming up soon. One is Lush and one is a lot of makeup. And makeup one I might even have to do in 2 parts because there's that much stuff. Yeah, okay. Let's just get on with what's on my face. So I finish off my eyes and everything. So my liner up top is the So my liner up top is the Super Cat liner from Soap and Glory. It's got quite a thick felt tip nib, but that's fine. It actually worked quite well. I do have another one that's got a very thin nib, and that one dried out very quickly on me. So I prefer this one that has a thicker nib. That works much better. On my waterline, the liner that I was talking about, oh, my hair is stuck in my lash, is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Mars. It's just beautiful emerald green sort of shade. Love it. You probably can't even see that, but that's fine. My mascara is my MAC Extended Play mascara, which I've been using for the past couple of weeks because I'm trying to use it up. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And it doesn't smudge. It's great for your bottom lash if you find smudging. but I am, you know, I like to use one mascara at a time. I have some 3/4 lashes on that you probably can't even really notice too much, but that's good. They're quite natural, so I quite like that. These are the Fleur de Force lashes by Eylure. These are Fleur Loves, so they're in the little green box. They're 3/4 length lashes. I think she only does one type with 3/4 length, but it's the one with the kind of minty sort of box on it. My cheeks. Okay, so this is fun. First thing on my cheeks though is the NYX Taupe blush. So this is not fun because one, it's discontinued, but I do have 2 of them, so that's fine. 3 of them actually. One at my boyfriend's house. Now for my blush, you will see this in my makeup haul. Both of these. One of them I'm going to explain to you. So I bought both of these because they're both from Makeup Revolution, I think, or Revolution Beauty or whatever the hell it's called. They're only $5 each, and they're little skulls, little skull heads. Look at that. So look at that, they're little skull heads, and I literally bought them because they're little skull heads, and this one's also really pretty. This one I wanted as like a liquid blush. Now what I will say is that it's very pigmented and it does stain a little bit. Now I don't know how it's going to be on my cheeks, but I did like a drop, one there, and it's still stained, and I'll have to wash that off. 2, I took a tiny little bit on my fingers, look like I killed someone, dotted it, blended it, and I look like a clown. So I went in with some foundation on top of it, and I actually quite like how it looks now, but you need to be so careful with this. Now if your skin is very dark, it will come out beautiful. You need to be very careful with that. My god, did I have a shock when I put that on. But I know how to work with it. Put your foundation on a little bit on top and blend it into the foundation, and it looks absolutely fine, because it does actually look quite nice once it's on. And very doll like though, but I quite like it. Ironically, because as I'm in between clips in this where I'm not talking and I'm cutting them out, I'm watching Cult of Chucky. Yeah, so that's cool. No, it's not the best movie in the world, but whatever. I'm actually quite enjoying it though. This one here is more of a highlighter. So that first one is the red kind of sparkly sort of one, is called Blood of My Enemies. Oh, love it. And this one is the Creature of the Night. This is my highlight. This is beautiful. I have 2 layers of it on, and oh wow, is she gorgeous. It'll be gorgeous on your body, and put it on a brush and buff it down your legs. That would be beautiful. It's so nice, blends very easy, so this one's much easier to work with. And then lastly on my lips, I've got the Bowley Bear lip pencil, and I didn't do any lip colour because I have this, which is also new. This is a sheer pigment lip gloss from Jouer, and it's in the shade Saint Germain, which is just a lovely peach. So that's on my face. So that's everything for this look. I hope you all enjoyed the swatches and everything that I've filmed with this look. Yeah, and let's see what the next one looks like. Alrighty guys, so let's get on with our second look in our 4 looks. One palette using the MMMMitchell palette by Beauty Bay. We are going on to our cooler side this time, because last time I did kind of more greeny kind of colours, and yeah, let's just make sure this is all nice and in focus. That'd be great. I'm gonna do that smoky eye that I was talking about in the last one. This top row here. So it's like a bit more grungy kind of colours. Maybe use a transition shade from the other side, but it's gonna be mostly those 4 up top. So like the black, the cooler brown, the very warm terracotta colour, and the gorgeous bronzy gold. So that's what we're gonna do. Firstly, before we get onto that, I have got my foundation on. I use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid NC10. For my brows, I use Ingot's eyeshadow in 358. It's very well loved, as you can tell. Love this for my brows. I did just recently get my hair done, so my roots are more filled in, so that's why I use that powder, because I find it goes on a bit softer than other products that I have, so it doesn't look too dark compared to my hair. And then my constant in this is going to be my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, just so we can see how it all blends, and they blend amazing. So yeah, let's get on with it. Alright, so the first shade we are going to take is Modest. This one right here, this like peachy kind of colour. Like it's warmer than my skin, but it's not very dark. It'll be most people's, I know with dark skin could use it as a brow bone highlight, or just to highlight their eye in general. Some people might just use it as like their overall colour. I'm going to use it as my first transition shade. Well, it is my transition shade. Let me just get a brush. And the brushes that I'm using today are also new, which I will be showing in my makeup haul, which is either up after this. If so, wait to check that out. If not, it's up before this and I'll link it down below. One or the other. This is the BH Cosmetics Rose Gold set. And this is just a big fluffy brush, and this is number 5. Gorgeous brushes. These are the first brush sets that I bought from BH Cosmetics. The other one I got was a gift to purchase, and another set I bought because I needed another brush set for my boyfriend's house. I have it here still, it's not up there, but it will be eventually. So I'm going to take that Modest shade on this big fluffy brush, and we're going to do kind of a grungy halo eye with this, and I'm just using this colour just to help have something to blend, and this is going to be quite dramatic. We're going to pop a bit of this also on the inner corner and bring it right up to the brow. All the way up here. That's what we're going for. So this is going to go quite far out, the outer corner, and then it's going to go up nice and high up here. It's very soft colour on me, like it's definitely a transition shade. It's definitely not going to darken too much. But it's even nice just as like a wash of colour all over my eye, I find. I haven't used it for that yet, but I think it will be nice just to throw it on and go, because it still has a bit of like a warm tint off it, and it makes blue eyes pop, which is what I have. Okay, I'm going to leave the lower lash line till last. Like, I'm not going to do it as I do my eyes, my top lid, because I'm doing it not the same but different, if that makes sense. So let's move on to the darker shades. So the next one we're going to take is Main, which is the very, very warm reddish terracotta colour. It's not a red, it's definitely a red brown, like a neutral kind of colour. It's so pigmented, so be very careful with this one. Like 1 or 2 little dabs, it picks up so much on the brush. This is a number 6 from the Rose Gold set, and this one, as you can see, so pigmented. We're going to work this into the outer corner and into the crease. Kind of repeating what we did with the other one, but obviously the other one is there more to help these colours blend. And then take a tiny little bit more, put that on that part there, on the inner corner, and start bringing that upwards. I'm taking a little bit more of that Modest shade on my number 5 brush and just going around the edges just to blend it out. Okay, so now we have our nice reddish kind of terracotta shade on. I left a little gap in the middle obviously because I want to do more of a halo eye. I'm going to deepen this up a little bit more. I'm going to deepen this up quite a bit, but starting off with this shade here, which is, what's this one called? Monday. So it's just this dark brown. It's a little bit cooler toned as well, which I quite like. But this goes quite dark. It does actually go darker than you might imagine it to go. I am still going to use the shade Mafia, which is the black, but this one I'm going to use first. This is a number 10 brush from the Rose Gold set. And it's just like a little pointed, quite pointed pencil brush. I'm just using this to get the colours on first. Starting in the outer corner. Make sure you can still see a little bit of like the red just here, because that'll help it blend and look more cohesive everywhere. I'm going to bring a little bit of that into the crease. I'm going to take a tiny little bit and put it on the inner corner. Make sure it's the deepest out here. And again, you still have a little bit of red going on in the middle. Connect that to the center, just so it gives you more of that rounded shape. And then I'm going to take a tiny little bit on my brush and just start working that upwards. Don't worry about blending it right now. I'm going to blend it down in a second, just so you get your general shape going. Then I'm going back in with the shade that has Main on it, the brush that has Main on it. I'm not picking up any more, I'm just going to use that to blend out. Okay, so I have a little bit of fall down from that darker brown. Like I said before, it's weird that the browns have more fallout, and like that reddish colour didn't really have much, which is weird because it's so like comes out so easily onto your brush. I'm going to tidy it up afterwards just in case the black does fall down. I don't want to have to keep tidying it up. But we look a little bit insane, but that's fine, that's fine. What I'm going to do is take that same number 10 brush that we used for the darker brown, and I'm going to take the shade Mafia, which is the black, or mostly black. I said that it is black, but not as black as, say, Makeup Geek's Corrupt eyeshadow. But it works out perfectly as well, especially for this sort of look where we want it to be nice and deep. I'm going to take that on the outer corner again. And I'm not going to bring it all the way in, I'm just going to like give the illusion that it's going there, if that makes sense. And you'll notice I'm kind of like tapping it on to really get the product out there. Then we're going to take a little bit in here. Again, just give the illusion that they're going to meet in the middle, but they're not, because the brown makes it look like it will. And I'm not really going to bring it up too high in here, just a teeny-weeniest little bit. Then same again, what we did before, I'm going to take my number 6 brush, which I use for the shade Main, the reddish colour. And just use that brush to soften that all out, just so it all blends gorgeously. Okay, so I've gone and tidied up my under eyes. I use my Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC, NW15, to tidy everything up, and I conceal the rest of my face, so I'll just get that out of the way. Before I do the centre part of my lid, I'm going to do my lower lash line just to get that done as well. So we're just going to really smoke it out underneath. I'm not going to go to too much fuss. But I am going to start with my redder kind of shade, so not the transition shade, because I'm going to use that to blend if I need to, but I don't think I really need to. I'm going to take a number 8 brush from the BH Cosmetics Rose Gold set, which is like a flat, very dense, packed kind of smudgy brush. And we're going to take that shade Main, which is that reddish colour, and we're just going to pop that on the lower lash line and go as heavy as you want. And as you know, I like it heavy. So okay, and then we are going to go back in with our number 10 brush, which is the little smudgy brush, and we're going to take Monday, which is the dark brown, and we're going to apply that a bit closer to the lashes. Well, the other one we went close to the lashes as well, but this is going to go more compact. And just make sure it connects out here, so you've got that nice line underneath. Just going to go back in with that number 8 brush with the red on it. I'm not taking any more red, I'm just using whatever's on it, because there's plenty on it. Just using that to smudge that down a little bit more. I'm going to take my big fluffier brush, the number 5 brush, the first brush that we used, and go back in with that shade Modest, which is the peachy kind of colour. Just very lightly run that along the edge, just to really soften that out and add a bit more warmth. Okay, I'm not going to go straight in with the black on the lower lash line yet, because I want to do a black pencil on my waterline. I might use the black to smudge it out a little bit, so we're going to leave that for a sec. What I'm going to do is the shimmer on my upper lid though, and we're going to use the shade Master, which is this more bronzy. There is the other gold that I use, which is melted, that one there. Is definitely more of a yellow gold, more of a true gold, where this is more a little bit bronzy. It's a bit deeper, a bit more grungy, which we want. I'm going to go in with a number 7 brush, which is a super flat, very flat brush. This is great for cut creases if you do like a cut crease. Yeah, they work out great for that. And I'm just picking that up, and we're just going to press that on to the lid. Make sure you press with these, because remember I said with the other gold you do get quite a bit of fallout from it. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for the actual shadows from the palette. Now, there is no inner corner highlight for the colours that I want for this. I could either use the red one, the green one, or the blue one. Don't really want to use any of them. I could get away with the red one, but it just won't highlight the way I want it to. So I'm actually going to use what I'm going to use on my face, which is the Sleek Solstice palette. Yes, Solstice palette. I think I'm going to use this one, the kind of peachier one here. I don't know if I'm going to use that on my cheeks. I might use this one on my cheeks, but I think I'm going to use the peachy one on my inner corner. And for that, I'm taking this, just an angled fluffy brush, which is a number 9. So it's like fluffy, but it's got an angle to it. I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my inner corner, just to give some sort of light in here. Don't take away from like the lovely bit of dark that you have here. It's just to give a bit of light in that little bit right there. Alrighty, so that is pretty much everything done. What I'm going to do is finish off my face, finish off my eyes with my liner, my lashes and all that kind of jazz. My skin, do my blush and bronzer, my highlighter, my lip, everything like that. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to let you know what I use on the rest of my face. Alright guys, so this is our finished look. I have everything on my face now. So let's just quickly go through everything that I used. I used my Feline pencil from MAC on my waterline, and I didn't really smudge it. I didn't really need to smudge it too much on my lower lash line. It actually blended in quite well with the brown. You can smudge in with the black if you wanted to. So I'm that wouldn't make much difference except make it a bit deeper and smokier, but I quite like how this actually turned out. I use my Inglaw gel liner as my liner on top, and I found it very difficult today to do my liner. It was one of them days where I was just like not having any of it. I think it's because I haven't used that one in a while. I'm not used to using gels recently because I've been using my brush black from MAC because it's quicker and easier. So I have to get back used to using gels. I kind of fall out of love with gel, then come back and then I use them exclusively, but yeah. I use my MAC Extended Play Mascara on my top and bottom lashes, and I also use some MAC lashes. There's nothing in this. They're the 43s, so they're not the most dramatic that they do, but they're on the more dramatic side. They're quite dense, but they're not super long, so they don't take away from the look, but they give you a nice bit of density into your own lashes. Let me see now what's next. Onto skin. So let me just grab my skin bits. So for my bronzer slash contour, I use the ML Safari bronzer. This one here, love this because it actually goes a bit cooler toned for a bronzer on me, which I quite liked. My blush is the Sleek blush in the shade Antique because it's autumn, winter, and it goes beautiful with these sort of colours. Gives a nice bit of warmth on the cheeks as well. And then my highlight, like I said, I was going to use the Sleek Solstice palette, and I actually did just use this peachy shade. I was thinking about this one, but this one worked out quite nice on my cheeks. Give me a nice bit of a glow. I used it on my nose as well. I also put a bit of the blush on my nose just because I like to do that. That's just me. And then lips. Lips is a bit of a different combo for me right now. This is the Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner in the shade Big Proposal. It's a bit like MAC's Whirl, maybe a little bit more pinky, but it's that kind of pinky brown sort of colour. My lipstick is a new one from MAC. This one is Leave Me Breathless. It's an amplified, yes. So it's that sort of colour there. It's like a tan nude. Gorgeous colour, gorgeous texture as well. It can lean definitely more tan if you wanted to, but I wanted a little bit of pink in it as well, so I used that pencil with it. And then I topped it off with a bit of gloss just because I wanted to. This is the NYX Duo Chromatic Shimmer Lip Gloss in the shade Fair Play. So it kind of has that coppery sort of tone with a bit of a pinky sort of reflect off it. It's on the sheerer side, so it's not too intense, doesn't really take away from anything or the colour of the lip itself. It just adds a bit more shine, a bit more gloss, and a little bit more warmth onto the lip. But I do actually really like these, and they're not sticky in the slightest, which I love. So yeah, that is everything that's on my face. That is our second look using the MMMMitchell palette. Bit more of a grungy, smokier one. The next two I think are going to be very bright. So the first one was a little bit on the softer side, kind of. This one's very dark, and the next two are going to be very, very bright because I want to utilise all the bright colours in this palette because they're so bright. So let's move on to the next look. Alrighty guys, so we are on to look number 3 in our MMMMitchell palette. This time we're going to do quite a bright look. I probably said that in my last part. But we are going to work basically on this row here, this pink row. I need to have a go with these and see what they're like. I might add a bit of purple or blue or something like that in, maybe on my lower lash line, but I want this and this one on my eyes. Basically that's what we're going for. So let me just show you what I already have on my face. For my foundation went with my NARS Sheer Glow. It's very dirty and it's like basically empty. I need to get a new one. On my brows I just have my, let me get it out here, Inglot. Oh no, don't fall please, thank you. My 358 eyeshadow from Inglot, the matte one, just through my brows, and a little bit of clear brow gel through them as well. Just, what is it called? It's from the Natural Collection, clear. It's not really clear anymore. Yeah, just use that to groom them a little bit more. And then I'm going to pop on my Too Faced Shadow. I'm sure it's going to do that off camera because I forgot to do it before I started filming. But I'm going to pop that on off camera, and then we're going to start with the look. Okay, so I've got my primer on my eyes, I'm all set and ready to go. I haven't set it, I don't do that. I leave it like tacky, and I got pink. Oh my god, I got red on my fingers, and I got red on my eye. Oh my god, seriously. I'm a mess this morning, please ignore. We are going to start with this gorgeous baby bubblegum pink. This is the shade Milkshake, and we're going to use a Inglot 6SS brush. I haven't used this brush in a while, not on camera anyway. Red everywhere, oh my god. Oh. Okay, so we're going to pop this into the crease, going to pop this on the outer corner. and just bring it into the crease. This is going to be like our transition shade, our pink transition shade for the neon pink, which I'm very excited about. Okay, so now that we have that on, I'm going to take my 217 that has a little bit of a pink stain on it. Ignore. I'm going to take the shade Morning Glory, which is the bright, bright neon matte pink. So the first one was matte, this is also matte. And I'm just going to load that up onto my brush, and I'm just going to apply that again to the outer corner and into the crease, but you don't have to bring it up as high as the first pink, the Milkshake shade. It's just going in here to darken it and make it look like the bright pink that we want it to be, because this look is going to be nice and bright. And then just going back in my 6SS just with whatever's left on it. You can, if you want to, pick up some more of that Milkshake shade to help blend, but I think just the clean brush will do. But I may add some more of the Milkshake shade later on when I want to blend more. So kind of already started there, my alarm went off and I have to refilm this a little bit. I'm going to take the shade Mini on a 221 brush from MAC. It's kind of like a dark pink, if that makes sense. Like, I know people say that red is dark pink, or like pink is like light red. Kind of with this colour, but there's definitely more pink in it, if that makes sense. Like, I would not classify this as a red. I would classify the MMMMitchell as a red, which I'll be using in my next look. Because obviously I have to use red eyeshadow, just because. So what we're doing with this is popping it on the outer corner and bringing it into the crease, nice and defined as well. It's just so that we can really show off those colours. And just pack it on and make sure you have all your pigment where you want it, mostly on the outer corner. Then I'm going to take what's left on my 217 brush, the Morning Glory shade, and just use that to blend out, just to bring back the brightness of the look. Okay, I have a little bit of fallout like just around here, which I've kind of already started wiping away. It's nothing too extreme, it's nothing too detrimental to the overall look, so I don't really care. And I'm going to do my own concealer afterwards anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So now we're going to go into a really, 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 really fun shade that I cannot wait to put on my face. I've been waiting for the shade all week. I'm going to take the shade Michelle, which is like this, but shimmery. It's so bright and so shiny, it's so pretty. I'm going to take a sleek, this is like a flat synthetic brush, and there's no name on it, it's just from Sleek. I got it in an advent calendar last year. By the way, I am getting my advent calendars, and if you would like to see what I get in my advent calendars, I usually do my Instagram stories every day and post what I get in them, or at least each time I open my advent calendar I post. It might not be every single day, I might do double up days, but I do always post it there. So this is just going on the rest of the lid where we haven't applied anything. Now I was considering doing a cut crease again for this look, but no, I don't really want to. Okay, so that's how that looks, and it is stunning. So I just popped it on with the brush, and then I went over with my finger with a little bit more product and just pressed it down, just so that as I blink it doesn't fall down, but it makes it more foiled like. You can definitely wet these eyeshadows, you can wet your brush and apply these eyeshadows if you want to give more of that foiled effect as well. It really works. I have tried it with some of the like the bronzy kind of shade and a couple of other bits. I've foiled them, so it does work. You can definitely do that, and it does help intensify them even more. But I actually find putting down a layer of the shadow and then pressing on with my finger actually works quite well too. So that is our upper lid. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up my lower lash line, my under eyes and my concealer. I'm going to do that off camera. I'm going to come back and then we can go on to the bottom. Okay, so I'm all concealed under my eyes and I tidied up and I concealed the rest of my face and all that kind of jazz. Next where's my palette gone? There's. I lost it. Next what I'm going to do is we're going to move on to the other side of the palette here. So I really want to use these purples here, and I think I maybe want to use this. We'll see though. I'm going to start with Morgan. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Morgan, which is a beautiful bright purple. I compared it in the swatches to, well I didn't, but like I do compare it to the one in the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, the purple from that. It is, but I would say the purple one from Zulu is probably better. This is really good. That makes sense, especially for purple. So I'm taking a smaller, sleek, synthetic flat brush. And we're just going to pop this on the outer corner here. And then once that is on, I'm going to use, to blend that out, I'm going to use the Mild High shade, which is a nice lavender, lilac-y. I'd say more lilac than lavender. Lavender I find is a bit cooler tone lilac has a bit more pink in it. Well, I mean, I could be completely wrong here, but that's in my head, that's the way it works. But I'm going to use that on a Real Techniques shading brush, and we're just going to smoke out that purple on the bottom. Mostly just to soften out the edge. I don't really want to bring it down, I'm just trying to soften the edge a little bit. Okay, so just clean off that little small flat brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Mist, which is this bright blue here. And we're going to take a little bit of that on, mostly the tip of the brush. We're not like using the actual flat of the brush. We're just going to pop that onto the inner corner, making sure when you're using these shades you're getting really close to your lashes. And then kind of over where it meets the purple, you're just going to wiggle your brush to get them to blend. Okay, so that's pretty much all the colours done that I want to use so far. I may add more, we'll see. But I do want to do my inner corner highlight, and I'm going to use the shade Muffin, which is looks white, but it reflects like a pink and a red, which I think will look very nice with this. Give me this brush. This is a Makeup Geek Defined Crease brush. It's the only one I have clean here, so that's why. And we're going to take that on that brush, and we're just going to pop that onto the inner corner in here. And when it hits the light, it'll reflect more pinky, purpley, well, not really purple, but pink and like red. Okay, so I do think I am done now with all my colours. If I add anything else, I'll let you guys know, but I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my lower lash line liner, which I'm going to use two, like a purple and a blue. Some liner on my upper lash line, mascara, lashes, cheeks, lips, all the stuff on my face. That's what I'm going to do off camera, and when I come back I will tell you what I used on my face. So this is our finished look. This is what I did on my face. I'm going to go through everything that I used on my face. So for my liner up top, I used my Bobbi Brown gel liner in black ink. On my waterline, I used two different liners. I used this Kiko Lasting Precision Automatic Eyeliner and Kohl in the shade 808, or whatever you want to call it. It's just like this purple, no, not purple. It's blue, Carla. It is blue. You know, use your colours. So this one is just like a bright blue, and I just popped that onto the inner kind of half of my waterline. And then I took the shade Piggy Bank from Colourpop, which is just a purple, and I popped that on the outer half of my waterline. And then they kind of just naturally blend into each other in the middle. Just makes it look really, really cool, and like this, it's like all matching on the bottom. For my mascara, I used my MAC Extended Play, which is absolute standard. And for lashes, yes, for lashes I used, I already have them on, so obviously I can't show you the actual lashes. The Allure Fleur de Force Fully Fleur lashes. So they're nice and like kind of fluffy and spiky and like a bit mad on top, but yeah, I like it, and it still shows off all the eyeshadow. So that's eyes done. What else am I missing? Cheeks. I have no highlight on today, guys, because I've got a shimmery blush on. I don't have any highlight on because it's actually so nice and shiny, and I just look very, very nice. For my contour, let me just get it. You would have seen this, and a couple of bits actually, and this on my lip, I think, in my makeup haul, which I will link down below. This is the Nabla Cosmetics highlight and sculpting powder. It's a sculpting powder on me in the shade Gotham, and there's a story behind it, so go watch that video to find out the little story behind why I bought that one. And then I used for my actual blush slash highlight the Bobbi Brown, which is very dirty. My god, Carla, you know, keep your things clean. This is the Shimmer Brick in the shade Rose. So it's just like this, so it's super shiny, but it gives you a really nice pink glow on your cheeks. So it's like a blush and a highlight mixed together. And then for lip, I kind of couldn't really decide, but then I did decide on my lip. It is, which is what you'll also see in the haul, is the Sugar Pill Liquid Lip colour in the shade Dainty, which looks like this. Is very soft pink and it's beautiful and I love it. So yeah, that is everything that's on my face right now. That is our third look in our 4 looks 1 palette using the glorious MMMMitchell palette. So stay tuned for the next one where I do a 2-toned eye. Alrighty guys, so we are on to our last look in our 4 looks 1 palette with the, let me get him up, MMMMitchell palette. What we're going to do today is a two-tone eye, which I've actually been really liking. I've only ever done one before, and I really loved it, so I really want to do another one. How many times am I going to say really? I don't know. So what we're going to do today is like orange and red two-tone eye. So I definitely want to use the red and the orange, one on each eye, and then a blending colour to go with each. That's kind of it. The eye itself is going to be quite simple. It's just going to be mostly blended. But the look of the two-tone eye would be pretty cool. And I'm going into work and I love wearing them into work because the two-tone eye is always like, oh, that's interesting. And I always get compliments on it. So yeah, I can't wait. On my face right now, I've got the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Foundation in NW15 as my foundation because I'm having a bit of a moment on my forehead for some reason. Don't know why. And I'm a picker and I keep at them and I just need to cover it up. I've got my Inglot eyeshadow in the shade 358 for my brows, and my constant in all of these looks, which has been the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, also on my eye. So let's get in with this look. Okay, so it doesn't really matter to me which eye is which. I'll probably do this one as the red one, this one as the orange one. I have to remember not to do both sides at the same time. I kind of have to do them like one brush for this eye, one brush for this eye, so I have to remember how to do that. Not how to do it, but to do that. It's early morning, so like I'm quite tired, so that things could go wrong, you never know. I'm gonna start with the red side first, and the shade I picked for this one for my blending colour is gonna be Mr. H, which is this like peachy, corally-ish sort of shade. And I'm gonna take that on a, what are you? Soft on brush from Makeup Geek, and it's a matte shade obviously. So we're going to use that. Make sure I'm all nice and in place with my primer. We're just going to pop this onto the outer corner. And it comes out quite pink, like on my skin it does anyway, which is lovely. Like it's like the warm pink, because the milkshake shade in this palette is definitely your cooler, more candy floss kind of pink. So we're just buffing this into the crease. Go up as high as you want, just making sure it's all very softly blended. Okay, so we have that side on. Now we're going to go on to the other side, and we're definitely going to go more orange with this one. So I'm gonna take the shade Mixer, which is like this kind of a dark yellow, if that makes sense. So like yellow with orange mixed in, but it's still mostly yellow. I'm taking this on my Inglot 6SS brush and just popping that into the crease. This fluffy brush is more fluffy than the other one, so you'll get a quicker blend straight away, but you'll have to build up the product more. Where the other one, the soft down brush, is a bit denser and you need to kind of blend more, but you get impact quicker, if that makes sense. So they both will give you the same finished effect. Okay, so moving back to the red eye, which is so far the pink eye, but not pink eye. Why do I always end up saying pink eye? And then it's like, I don't have pink eye. I've had it before. Not pink eye. I had conjunctivitis and it was gross and it was horrendous and I was traumatized. But yeah, I always end up saying pink eye in my videos. I don't know. So on the pink eye side, I'm going to go into the shade Mad, which is the matte red down here. And that's kind of it for the colours on this side here, apart from an inner corner highlight. Now I may use like the shade Mini to darken it, but I don't really think I want to. I might not. I'm definitely tapping this off because I've just put eye cream on because my under eyes are like so dark recently. I don't want as much fall down if I can help it. So we're just going to take this and we're just pressing this onto the lid. So each time I pick up some product, I'm going to tap it off really well. And just press it all over the lid where we've no product. Okay, and once you have got that on, I'm going to take a little bit more of the Mr. H shade, the coral, on my soft down brush, and we're just going to go along where they meet. Okay, and then switching to a different flat brush, a clean one, and we're going to take the shade Mental, which is a bright orange, also matte, and this is going on the other eye. And again, pick it up, tap it off. And this could lean more coral if you allow it to, the orange. But because we've got that yellowy colour down first, I'm hoping that they'll blend really nicely together. Going back in with my 6SS and a bit more of the mixer shade, and do the same as what we did on the other side. We're just going to blend where they meet. Okay, I'm loving this already because they do actually look quite different. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just do my under eye concealer because I do want to blend a good bit of these colours underneath. Yeah, and I'll do it off camera and I'll be back to you in a sec. Okay, so dark circles are gone. I'm going to go back in onto the red side of my face, and I'm taking a MAC 214S brush and I'm picking that up like that, and I'm going to work on the lower lash line. So what we're going to do is kind of what we did on top, except opposite way down. So closest to my lashes here is red, so closest to my lashes down here is going to be red, and then it's going to blend outwards to the coral. So we're going to take that on this little brush and just pop that on. Make sure you connect it on the outer corner and get as close as you can to your lashes. So I've just cleaned it off with that, and I'm going to go back in with the Corally Mr. H shade and just use that to blend along the edge. So I'm kind of placing it over the edge of the red. Okay, so now you're all lovely and blended on the bottom, on the lower lash line. It's nice and blown out and all that kind of jazz. I'm going to do my inner corner highlight, and for that I'm going to use the shade Muffin, which is that pinky shade I used in my last one as well. You could do one on one side, one on the other side, but I just want to use the one palette and I'm not bothered grabbing another one just for one side. This is the white with like a pinky red duochrome. Oh no, I'm crushing it. Whoopsie. So we're just popping that on. I'm using a sleek synthetic flat kind of small brush. There's no name on it, so I don't know what it is. Okay, and now these shadows are done. So I'm going to do my waterline liner. I'm probably not going to do any liner on top. I kind of just want to keep it as like the stark colour, and then lashes, and my skin and my lip, and I'll show you guys what I use on my face. Okay, I'm back. So this is the finished look. This is how I finish it all off. Let me just go through quickly what I used on my face. So I didn't do any upper lash line liner, anything like that, because I wanted to keep it very like blendy and like all just the colours themselves, and that's it. I popped on my Inglot Kohl pencil in the shade 05 on my waterline, which is just a nude. I was going to do like a red and an orange. I was like, nah, we'll do nude and keep it like all nice and open. For lashes then, oh no, for my mascara, I use my trusty MAC Extended Play Mascara on top and bottom. 2 coats on the bottom, 1 coat on top because I was putting lashes on. And then for my lashes I use the House of Lashes Sirens. So they're ones that are like longer in the middle and then they kind of taper downwards on either side. And I think they're very, very cool. I love these for like just a blown out sort of look. Cheeks. So for my bronzer on my cheeks I use the Essence Bronzing Compact Powder in the shade Love to Be Matte. Actually get rid of the glare so you can actually see the product, like this, very well loved. I don't really use it on camera that often for some reason though, so I was like, cool, let's do it now. For my blusher then I use the MAC Modern Mandarin blusher, so it's nice orangey, kind of sheer orange sort of tone. And then for my highlight I use this Makeup Revolution London HD Pro Strobe palette. And this one here are creams and the other 2 are powders. I use this kind of gold duochrome on my cheeks. I just pat it on with my finger. That's my highlight. And then on my lips I used the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade, what shade are you? Initiator. Yes, Initiator. Which is like this like terracotta kind of nude. Not really nude. Almost like a burnt orange, but not quite as dark as a burnt orange, and not quite as orange as a burnt orange, but in that kind of family. So yeah, that is everything that's on my face right now. Alrighty guys, so that is our finished look. I hope you all enjoyed. This is the 4th look in our 4 looks 1 palette. This was a long video to film because I had to do it each day I was available to film. So it's taken me a while to get this one done. I started it in like mid-October when I got this palette. So any day I could get a look out where I was like, I don't know, there's only certain times that I can actually film going into work. I can only film if I'm in work late because that's when I have time to film, or if I'm finished work super early. Mid-time shifts and not filming. I'm not taking makeup off just to put it straight back on to take it straight back off. If I'm in very early and I finish like 2 PM I will film then, because then I can take my little bit of makeup off and then film, so yeah, it's fine. But yeah, other than that I kind of don't. And days off I either try to film a certain look or try not to film and try not to wear any makeup on my days off because I have to wear every single day. So yeah, that's kind of how my schedule tends to work. So I try to do it as much as I possibly can. So this one took a while because I had to do 4 looks. And yeah, this is our palette and I love him. I love him so much. It's a him because it's a MMMMitchell palette. Where a lot of my other ones are she's. But I love him. He is so beautiful. I particularly love the matte shades in this palette. I think they're so beautiful. You will have seen them all in the swatches. And I particularly love the fact that I can go super grungy if I really want to with this palette. It's just so beautiful. I adore it. I'm so happy I bought it. Definitely no regrets there. I just love it, and I didn't think I'd love it as much as I do, but I really love it. Yeah. Now, on to next palettes that I want to get. There's 2 that I kind of have in mind. Apart from there's 2 Juvia's Place palettes I have in mind. One is the Nomad, the newest one that came out, the kind of khaki sort of one. Not the Tribe palette, not that one. The other one, it's the Nomad, I think. And ooh, the one with the black, sparkly black in it. I can't think of it. The Juvia's Place Festival palette, I just looked it up there. So yeah, there are 2 that I have my eye on, but I'm not too fussed if I don't get them. I don't really mind. 2 that I do really want is one, the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Christmas palette, whatever that one is called. It's Christmas. And it just looks so beautiful, and there's a particular kind of silvery green kind of colour in it that I really want. So that's one that I definitely want to get, and I'm kind of waiting for it to come back in stock because I know it was limited edition last year, but they're bringing it back this year because it was so popular. For Christmas, hopefully, maybe. So I'm waiting. And then the other one is the Melt Cosmetics. I've never actually used anything from Melt or Give Me Glow, but I've never used anything from Melt. The Give Me Glow Cosmetics, the whatever one came out for the Day of the Dead palette, the blue one, the blue and red and kind of minty sort of one, the really dark blue, that one, I want that. So when that goes on Beauty Bay, hopefully I shall be able to get it, hopefully around Black Friday maybe, so there might be a bit of a deal going on and I can do a big order on Beauty Bay again. Woohoo. So yeah, if you did enjoy this look, let me know in the comments, hit like as well, and also let me know in the comments what was your favourite of the 4 looks. Did you like this 2-tone look? Because I really love me a 2-tone look now. And I also think I love the last one, the pink one. That one turned out better than I thought it was going to turn out. I thought it was just going to look like me throwing colours in my eyes, which it was, but I thought it was going to look like that, but I actually really enjoyed how it turned out. Yeah, so let me know that in the comments down below. Also, hit subscribe down below if you want to see more videos coming up. I'll also leave a link down below the haul video where I showed that I bought this palette. It's 2 parts, so you'll have to kind of watch. Well, you don't have to watch. You can watch the second part, is the one that has that one in it. But you can watch the first part just because you like me, maybe. And I'll also leave links down below to my Instagram, which is where I will post some up close pictures of this look, hopefully in the next week or so. Slowly but surely they will go up. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye!